Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is our break time, but we're not breaking at all here on the main stage. What we're going to do is we're going to channel our inner artist. So grab yourself a sketchbook and some pencils, if you have some, or a piece of paper or a pen, anything that you can use to draw. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some life drawing with the Bare Life, a people of colour, queer and model-run drawing collective with its origins in and strong focus on body positivity and self-love. So please welcome artist Caley and model Titania. Take it away.
Hi. Oh, I'm echoing. 1 second. Let me just turn this off. Hi, nice to see everyone. No, 1 second. Let me just turn the sound off here. One second. Sorry about that. Hi everyone, welcome. I hope everyone had a really good session and we're looking forward to having a very short intro to life drawing. So first of all, if you've been in a meeting, just shake out your hands a little bit, just get out that energy. If you're feeling a little bit tense, because this is meant to be fun. So especially because we have such a short time, we're going to concentrate on really basic exercises. We're going to have a 5-minute pose and then a 10-minute pose. Titania is a very experienced, amazing model, and I'm really excited to have her again because we have worked together before, and really excited for this. So first exercise for the 5-minute pose, Titania will get in pose, and I really like it if everyone got their pen and a piece of paper, and we're going to do a continuous line activity. So continuous line is when you have your pen, you put it on the paper, and as you draw, Titania, you don't lift your pen off the paper. You continuously draw. So you never lift it up. You literally continue. And it's not about reaching perfect proportions. It's actually really about expression and just having fun, especially if some of you never done it before. So I think we're going to get cracking for the first 5 minutes. Pen on paper. Don't lift your pen off the paper at any point. That is the challenge for you. And Titania is in a wonderful pose, and it starts now.
I took my pencil off the paper. This is really
if you take your pencil off the paper, don't worry. It is a very hard habit to break. Just keep going and start again.
Wow, the concentration you need for this. Maybe others are finding this as difficult as I am to keep it on. Okay, all right. Drawing is so therapeutic.
Yes, drawing is incredibly therapeutic. And yeah, please let go of the kind of ideas you have of a good drawing, especially if you're just starting. This is not about producing what you might have imagined as a good drawing. This is just about loosening your hands.
Caley, I have a question for you. How long have you been doing this kind of thing for?
Teaching life drawing, I have been doing it for quite a long time. I went to art university and I went to a drawing academy in Denmark where we did life drawing for 7 hours a day. So yeah, it was a really amazing way to learn about proportions and so on. And I've been running my own life drawing sessions, which are different to Bare Life. They're a women-only group online so far, but hopefully offline as things change. Have you ever drawn before?
I've done one session before, not in person. I've always wanted to do an in-person life drawing.
Yeah, it really is different.
right now, not possible. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not a good drawer, but you'll soon see from this. But I do just like to take a break from doing lots of work, which we're all doing way more of now than normal, and just do something different, you know, same as like painting or any types of kind of arty type things.
Absolutely. Sometimes when these horrible, difficult things happen in the world, we may have more time to do other things at home. And that means that we can use that time to be creative. I think that really helps. So that's really good.
Rubber out. Okay.
There's about 1 minute and 45 seconds left. So with those 1 minute and 45 seconds, I really want you to kind of finish where you're at with a continuous line, and maybe just do things that you want to do to the drawing. What would you like to add? Would you like to add a touch of the bikini? Is there anything in the details of the background that you want to put in? Just add anything that you feel might make the drawing a little bit more complete.
If we've got people joining us in the chat, let us know how you're getting on. I mean, I'm sure you're very focused right now, but yeah, hopefully you've got some amazing art pieces as a memento of your CMX Spark experience. Okay.
About 30 seconds left. Seconds. Oh, well, Musa's timer went off. I heard it. Okay, amazing. So that's the end of that. Valentina, can we see your drawing?
Okay. This is what I have. I'm sorry for my lack of skills.
That's beautiful.
I did try to keep the pencil on the paper, and that is what is the most difficult.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat if it was really difficult for you. Yeah. This is my first drawing, but I enjoyed doing it, even though I think it needs some improvements.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So then we're going to have a 10-minute pose. Titania's going to get into, we're just having 2 poses for the sake of this activity, but usually you'd have a lot of short poses to begin with to warm up your hand, followed by longer poses, which are up to 25 minutes, usually in a session. So this is quite a full-on experience for people who are new. So in this part, you have a little bit more time. So what I would invite you to do is first to start your drawing, mark up the top of the extremities that you see. So in this case, it would be the top of the elbows and the bottom of each foot, and try to see where those are in relation to the whole image, okay? Because that will help you then put in the rest of the figure in a proportional way. So make sure that you mark the tops of the elbows, the bottoms of each feet. And after that, make sure you have a shape for the head, something really, really basic, kind of circular shape, so that you can just have the head marked in. And the torso is kind of an upside down triangle. So you want to be making that kind of shape. If you can see, there's a triangular kind of shape going on between the shoulders and the middle of Titania's spine. So you're marking out the extremities, a circular shape for the heads, and a triangular upside down shape for the torso. And then for the hips, and for all of that area, you can make a kind of rectangle, but make sure that the angle of the rectangle is actually the angle of our hips. So if you can see, there's a diagonal there, a really beautiful shape that you can mark out as a square. or rectangular, more rectangle than square.
I have another question for you. Say somebody was interested in doing this as a hobby going forward after this workshop today. In terms of like equipment, different types of pencils, sketchbook and stuff, is there anything that you would recommend? In terms of
I would recommend starting with pencil is always good, but I just think that you can use things like watercolors because they're quite forgiving, can make really beautiful marks without much effort because the medium itself is a very stunning medium to use. I use it a lot. And so that's an option. And also charcoal can make really beautiful lines. I think it's about kind of collecting some cheaper materials to begin with. And then kind of going from there really. And also going more than 20 minutes in a break because it is actually quite tough as a first time. But just to kind of show what I meant with this idea of a body, there you can see the kind of circular shape. I've got the kind of extremities of the elbows and the bottoms of Titania's feet and a kind of rectangular shape where her hips are, but with an angle like this because her hips aren't straight.
You just move it a little bit more in front of your face because I can't quite see. No, the other way. That's it. There we go. I mean,
this is the beginning sketch of my drawing, so I can get some proportions in before I start. It's obviously very basic. And then from then I can start to build the rest of the drawing.
No, those different shapes really do help. Of course, if you're using the pencils, you can rub away the lines as your drawing gets more, what's the word?
So then when you have those shapes down, you can mark kind of the whole spine. So that's spinal marking, which you can see in Titania's back. You mark it from the very top of her shoulders, kind of through the neck. And imagine this line, as you do in yoga, going through your entire body. So kind of mark out that line. It will give you a nice curve and shape like this. So you've got Titania's spine in there.
A little bit more over your face so we can see the picture. That's it.
Yeah. And then for the sake of time, because this isn't the longest time, then you want to get in some fun details. So maybe the lasso of the wonderful bikini and the bikini bottoms to give it a bit of character. I'm not actually seeing the screen very large, but I think there is some beautiful things at the bottom going on if you want to add some background. And maybe try some hands. Hands aren't easy for beginners, so I would say kind of mitten type things for the start as a beginner. And also, it's really important to get the feet in. So you have more of a finished drawing-ish. It's just a kind of sketchy drawing.
Very nice.
And if you have a pencil or if you have something like color that you can start shading in a little bit and look into the shadows. So for example, I really want to see this in big, but I'm not sure how. Because I'm seeing it very small. There's a shadow behind Titania reflected in the background. So you could kind of shade in that beautiful shadow that her body's created onto the background. So there's like a kind of fabric that Titania's put up in her setup, and there's literally very contrasted shadow that you can include. It could be really beautiful since you don't have that much time left. You have about 4 minutes. So I'm going to add in that shadow just to give this drawing a little bit more character. And I'm going to add a bit of shadows on her body. If you look at the body, you can see places, for example, where we see the left arm, there's a bit of shadow there. I'm just going to add that in and add shadow on the thighs.
You could literally spend hours just drawing one picture, really, with all the detail that it needs.
And with practice, if anyone is interested in life drawing, which is it's a practice, it's something that people generally do more than once, unless obviously it can be fun to do once as a fun experience. But if you really like this, or your interest is peaked, there's a lot of online Zoom life drawing, like Their Life, and you can just get cracking, and then you'll have a lot of short poses. So the short poses are 1 minute long, 30 seconds long, 10 seconds long even. So imagine trying to capture that body or anybody in 10 seconds. It's incredibly hard, but it makes your hand much more used to doing fast things, because most people just get caught on a hand and then 10 minutes are gone and it's over. Live drawing practice teaches you to kind of let go of those details and get more into like the full figure before you go into detail.
Definitely.
So I've added some shadows to give the background a bit of depth. Hang on, so it's really hard to see what I'm doing here. And it's quite a sketchy drawing, to be honest, because I'm talking and sketching, but it has some character, has some dynamic elements to it, which I like, and things that I could work on more.
Yeah, the hands and the feet are the most difficult.
Especially if it's new. A lot of people who are really experienced artists still struggle with hands and feet, and it takes quite a lot of practice, and I've been practicing for like 10 years, so it makes sense that if it's new for anyone. I really feel for you if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's just like, because I'm drawing on a flat piece of paper, and she's obviously not flat, it's really hard to make it look 3D, 4D.
Totally normal at the beginning, totally normal. But yeah, it's meant to be fun, hopefully.
Oh, I think that's the best I'm going to get it right now.
I think there's about a minute to go. So whatever you are on with your drawing, you can kind of finish it up. And that will be it. Yeah, just remember that if you do like life drawing, so much life drawing online, I can't even tell you, it's quite saturated. There's like millions of different groups, and it's on Zoom, so you can work with international models. Titania is not I'm in the UK, and Titania is in America, and I get to draw her. So Zoom and internet gives you a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, the beauty of virtual events, huh? Like, you can just connect with anybody all over the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just opened up so many great avenues. Okay, I think I'm ready to show my drawing. You want to see it?
Yeah, I'd love to see everyone's drawings there.
Can you see?
Get a bit closer. Hey, that's really great.
I'm particularly proud of the legs. Like, I feel like I've got like the shape of her legs pretty well. The feet, let's just ignore the feet.
Yeah.
But it's not bad for a first time.
It's not. And then the more you practice, the more you'll see that like the hips are very like this, they're on a slant. And then the more dynamic you become, the more dynamic you're drawing, because then you'll realize that, for example, the shoulders are like this and the hips are like that. And then you'll mark out those lines, and all your drawings will become a bit more lively, because that's what dynamic pose drawings is about, is actually finding out where the shoulders are and where the hips are. But I think that's a fabulous drawing.
Thank you.
And Titania is a fabulous model. Thank you so much.
Yes, please give a virtual round of applause to both of you for standing there and letting us allow us to draw you, and the direction from you, Caley. And if you have been drawing along with us, please share your drawings on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, #CMX Spark EMEA, and don't forget to tag Bear Life as well. Because we want to see your drawings. And yeah, this is mine. I'm pretty proud. I think I need to be an artist now. All right. We are going to be back very shortly. Enjoy the rest of your break. Make sure you see what else is going on. We still have the networking tables and we have booths. We have the photo booth as well. And I'll be back with another panel very shortly.